Hello there, fellow trendsetters, and I'm just gonna say it. Killer Comics have struck gold. What I'm about to review is a comic, a pure Australian comic without the Australian cliche and the cringe. What it actually is what comics are supposed to be about. Just fun escapism. But after all, it is just my worthless opinion. Cue music. Stop. Onto the main comic. So, what are Killer Comics? Well, they're pretty much a comic label that's in Australia, though they're in the same boat with the rest of the Australian indie scene. They're mainly responsible for the comic Crucifixion Executioner, which went on for a while and it has finished. Now, I will admit, I actually didn't go off on Crucifixion Executioner very much. However, the founder, the creator, and / writer, Duncan Cunningham, had potential. And the book I'm going to review, Kakadu Croc, actually does prove this. So, first things first, the art is done by Samara, if I've got that right. The colouring is done by Armando Jasmine Jr. And the whole thing just feels like it's straight out of the 90s, this stuff, as you can probably see. So the pacing's pretty fine. Like, the whole work is adequate. Let's just say, like, certain panels I could have had been a bit more striking. Some parts did look a bit more darker than what they should have, though I think that was probably kind of the point. Like, here, like, they're probably in the swamp here. I mean, there could have been some parts where the main character, Kakadu Croc, could have been given us some, like that Hulk pit kind of friggin' attack poses and all that, you know? Like, because he looks like that huge mutant monster. If he's doing those kind of like Marvel kind of like poses like you got to see from the 90s and all that, and this, it would have looked really cool. But we didn't get to see it, though. I mean, the action probably could have been a bit more crazier, but the book is just 27 pages long. And trust me, there's already a fair share of quite crazy stuff that's been crammed in without it actually feeling crammed by force, if that makes sense. Maybe, like, if this book was probably extended to 32 or probably 36 pages for the art team to actually, like, give more oomph or more, like, fiddle with the fight scenes and all that, it would have been, just giving it the extra mile, it would have been pretty awesome. The story for the whole thing? Well, it's basically just Kakadu the Croc, you know, this boy, and whatever this guy's supposed to be, a lizard, his lizard mate, Warrigal, just protecting the bomb. No, I'm not talking about the stupid little hippie smoking device. I'm talking about the billabong, which is like probably Australian word for swamp, from Dr. Toxisati and her forces. And trust me, there's a fair bit of stuff that gets thrown in. We got mutants, we got robots, we even get aliens, all in this one, like, comic. And it gets crazy, but it doesn't feel like they're just getting thrown there just for crazy sake. It's really just that book that's quite the wild ride, right? Where you just shut your brain off and enjoy. That's the best way to say about it. So, I'll just go for here. It ends pretty much, it doesn't say anything about being continued, but It probably should have. Like, that's just a little minor kind of thing. But straight to the verdict, I give this thing, damn, a 4 out of 5. It's what comics are supposed to be. Fun. It's not going to win awards, but who cares? So Killer Comics, I demand more issues. It's Killer Comics' best title yet so far. I just pretty much recommend or encourage for the art team to put in the extra effort in the art, and this thing will be a complete banger. So you can take my word for it, or just tell me to get fucked. After all, it is just my worthless opinion. Please like and subscribe and all that junk. And until next time, in video.